Hi, Daily Gratitude Journal, which is not being recorded daily for practical reasons. Um, Day 12 and 13, meaning June 8th and 9th. As I live in Romania for already 5 years now, um, we have a different church ruling here, which is the Orthodox Church, and most of the holidays, they're Christian holidays are not aligned with the Catholic or the Protestant Church, except for Christmas. So last Monday, which was the 8th, was White Monday, I think they call it. And I didn't know this. I do not really pay attention to this kind of things. I just realized, I said, oh, I think Sunday I realized, or Monday I realized, oh yeah, day off. Okay. Yeah, actually Sunday I realized that. And so I took that day off. It was needed. I had low energy that day, and so I allowed just things to be. And that is important. It's really important to listen to your body and allow it to tell you what it needs to tell you. Sometimes it's telling you like, hey, you really need to rest. Sometimes telling you like, you have not been taking good care of yourself, or you have a problem here or there in your body. And Monday was for me more a day of contemplation and realization. And one of the things I realized was we all have dark sides, and it came up. It was very clear that I haven't lost my dark side. I don't believe we as humans will ever lose it. It's more a question of how do you deal with it. And it came through actually through me watching a series called Shooter. And I do like action movies and stuff. So yesterday I watched 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy, which is a comedy with action. and But Shooter was really bringing up certain aspects, like there's a lot of corruption going around in the world, and there are some simple people trying to fight it. When I say simple people, I mean people who are not not in power. So it has to come from the bottom up, just like every revolution. And I had dreams that were very, very violent and stuff like that, where I was actually fighting for my life. And I ended up doing that in a very tough way. And then I woke up and I realized like, okay, so I do have this side in me. I know that in previous lives I have experienced quite some dark shit. In 2012, I actually had my first vision of previous lives, and it was like a very quick movie of raping, being raped, killing and being killed. And I was like, okay, good. That was in previous life, not this life. And this life has been very peaceful compared to what I saw. And also even saw people I know in this lifetime on both ends of the stick. And that was not shocking, because I do not get shocked that easily, but it was like, oh, okay. So this person is in my life this time because I need to figure out. And from one, I could not really make fully the link, but it's clear that we're connected throughout lives. And with the other one, and I'm quite sure now that the way he helped me in this lifetime, it was payback for before. And I mean, I met multiple people from previous lives in this lifetime, and I could see why. I mean, generally it was to heal certain wounds, to help the soul digest certain things, or at least, no, maybe not the soul, but the person, to digest certain traumas and to be able to heal wounds, old wounds, because we do carry the wounds with us until we heal them. That's how it works. And some of these encounters were fun and some of these encounters were not really fun. Anyway, so Monday was a day of insights. And then Monday evening I had the entrepreneurial call again, and that was really a nice call. And actually also have been working the last few days on some new services for entrepreneurs that I'm close to offering. And yesterday I contacted a few people to ask them if they wanted to be my test subjects. They're entrepreneurs, and both immediately said yes. And one of them actually had been asking the universe for exactly that and a few other things. And I have the feeling that actually I can help that person with a few of those things. So it's, that's scheduled for in 20 minutes from now. So, yeah, was a good day. So both days were really good, and I'm happy that I allowed the low energy just to be, because in the end it dissipated, and that's really important. I chose not to go to the park on Monday because I was expecting it to be crowded, because parks do get crowded during the weekend, and if it's a long weekend, then the long weekend it will also be crowded, because all those people who do not have the possibility to leave the city will end up in the parks. And so yesterday I went to the park and it was really nice. I enjoyed a very nice walk. I enjoyed a lot of fruits from the trees, and it was just good. I could release whatever I was still carrying with me, and I do not feel anything from that darkness anymore. It's just like, okay, I know it, I digested, I processed it, and it's clear. And if you want to know more about this, about how we have our dark sides, our shadows, I have actually a very affordable program. It's on my Patreon page, where I talk about the energy at play, and it's based on the gene keys for a big potion, but not only. And the gene keys show you the shadow, the gift, and then the city, which is the highest potential that you can reach, which is generally your purpose in this life. And I do explain these things, and the energy at play is about the coming 5-6 days, because there are 64 genes and there are 64 segments throughout the year. And I do experience the energy at play 1 week earlier than the masses, and I'm not alone in this. Some people experience it a week or two later, but most people experience it on the dates that are set. Like at this moment, we're in the period going from the 7th to the 12th, which is gene key 45, with the partner gene key is the 26th. And it's going from dominance to communion, and the path is synergy. But I'm already experiencing the other one, the next one, which is from the 13th to the 18th. And this led me to actually start creating videos on my Patreon page, where I can share my experience already, mixed with what's going on. So I have a contemplation, that's how the Gene Keys work, which helps you to be aware of what is at play and to have some very practical real life examples so that you know how to deal with it, which also means that you can start to ride the wave of your life. Because sometimes shit happens and then later on you realize, oh gosh, that was why. If I would have known this. Well, this will not make your life perfect from one day to another, because we have all these experiences to learn, but it can help you to actually see what there is to learn, so you can learn faster. And also not stay in the drama, not go into the victimhood, not to suffer unnecessarily. Because yes, we struggle. Struggling is dealing with something difficult, but there's a big difference in dealing with something difficult and then learning from it and being able to move on smarter and stronger, or struggling with it, not seeing what's really happening, starting to suffer, spend a really shitty time, and then months later or maybe a year later, like, that's why. Damn, if I would have known this, I could have dealt with something. You would have still have learned the lesson, but yeah, no, this is what I do on my Patreon page. So if you're interested, just have a look at my Patreon page. You will see a link in the description. Actually, in every video I put, one of the links is to my Patreon page. If you first want to know a little bit more, just contact me and we can have a short call where I tell a little bit more in depth, and we can move on from there. Oh yeah, and the price is $7 per month or $11 per month if you also want included a Q&A video. So it means that you send me a question or two and I collect all the questions from the different people, and then I do answer them in one. Sometimes I do 2 or even 3 videos, depending on the questions, and I answer those questions in those videos. So yeah, it's very affordable, and it really helps you because every 5 to 6 days you know what's at play, what's going on. You manage to see the bigger picture, and often that helps to navigate your way. You have this expression in different languages that you do not see the forest through the trees. I mean, if there's a very dense forest, you have no clue what's behind. I mean, a little bit further than 100 meters or maybe even less, because there's so many trees, so you don't see anything. So yeah, so that's it for the last few days. I will go edit this video quickly, and then I can upload it. And then I have my first call, and then I have a second call, and yeah, the day is going to be interesting. So see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and share.